Hey YouTube, someone was talking about this the other day. They'd bought a Trio Plus pedal, and I was thinking, I've got one of them. Well, I don't have the Trio Plus. I've just got the Trio. You can see it there. The only bit you can't see is it's got an on switch there. It's a little bit tight for space down there because I made a pedal for this. It's just what I'm using here. I've made a pedal. I believe it's the same as a Digitech FS3X or FSX3 pedal. So it's like a stereo jack on the end and then 3 buttons. And the way you get the 3 buttons to do it is use diodes. Quite interesting. It's basically just 3 push buttons. And I've electrosetted on this. It says main switch, which I'd imagine is the same as the on-off switch on the front of this. It's got style and part. Style being this knob and part being this bit. So I've had a wee shot of this. Ultimately, it turned out not to be what I wanted. What I wanted was my wee Moore drummer pedal. You just stomp on it, and well, if it's plugged in. Or maybe you don't. Why is that not on? Okay, well, Moore drummer isn't going to be working, so sometimes you've got to reset it. It was one of the downsides of the Moore drummer. It just sometimes just decides it's not going to work anymore. Yeah. So basically all it does is that. It's basically just a click track. It's got a few different options, so I've got something to play along with. But as I said, occasionally you have to unplug it and plug it back in again because it's not working. This thing is a bit more. You can't see what it says. If you look at the board, it says Band Creator. In a certain situation, I think this could be a fantastic thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk through some of the functions. I've not fully worked out how to use this thing. I'm basically just going to have a wee jam with it. What I'll do is a verse. So what you do is you press the main button. Oops. Okay, you hold down the main button and then this wee red light starts flashing. It says learn. Yep. And then you press it again. So that's it, play this thing. Turn the drums and the bass up. So there it's just basically playing drums and bass along with it. The style button here, you'll see it's moving when I'm using my foot here. Kind of runs to swing on it. Now we're on blues, we're going to change that to pop. Bass down a little bit. In addition to this, stop it. So that's, see the bit that says part. That is your, basically you could call it your verse. The second part would be your chorus, and then the third part you could record in a mid-8. So what am I playing? And write a chorus. Obviously maybe writing a song before you try and do the pedal could be an option. chorus to me. So if I change the part, go into the second part, bang, yep, and then hold down this button again, it says, comes up with the learn button, which is flashing, so it does sound. Yep, and then I just go. So there's your back to the verse. Wait till it runs through it twice. You see it's flashing, ready to go. Back in. After the next one, back in. Play through the whole thing before it automatically onto the chorus. Starting C. So if I go to the chorus again, I can change the style in the chorus. Not that one. Sounds good. So the style has to be one or t'other. Well, I'm learning, so basically I'm not going to go for a bit of a faster one. Right. So also in this you've got a wee thing that says guitar effects. So it gives you two sounds. This is the only pedal I'm using. I'm using my wee Laney VC15. And okay, all the other pedals in the line, but none of them are on. So I'm just using the guitar clean. But this, each sound has like two sounds that you might quite like to use for pop. So there's a sort of, there's an echo reverb on it. And then there's a red one as well, which will be different sounds. But if you go to different things, if I go to rock, for example, the red one is a bit of distortion. And then clean, and then the one in the middle will be quite a thin sound. So if I start, I just start it. Chorus could sound like in this setting. Coming in now, I think. silly and put in a mid-8 as well. And so if I go to part, we're now in part 3, which is just another bit. So we're starting with A minor. Get that off, a bit more clean. So it's a verse, then the choruses. So the mid-8 could just be... Sounds good. So if we're on learn already because there's nothing recorded on it, so if I just give it a good for a solo. Still running through the chorus here. Okay, ready for some solos now. Chorus ready, go. Into the mid-8, which was in C, wasn't it? Different style for that though. Countrify the whole thing, back to start one, and then I'll just stop it. So we're now on part 1. Now we're going to countrify it, and I have no idea what it's going to sound like. So 1, 2, 3, 4. back into the one. Back to the verse now. Second option of the sounds. This is like every sound gets its own. Of course, it's country now, so it's whatever this is. It's not going to be metal distortion this time, is it, for the sound? I don't think. Change it if you look, notice the style change there. Next time round. Solo in C then. God, that awful MIDI. Chorus here. What's alternate rock? Obviously wanting a bit of distortion on that. Verse. Particularly alternate. You just cycle through what the bass and the drums do. within each genre, you can't change that with my foot, but basically all I'm doing with my foot is rotating this knob here. You can see it going round. Yeah! Bit clean, I think, on that one. Audition another bass player. Ready for the chorus? Not this time. Maybe this time. Right, that's it pretty much. Yeah, so I think in the right hands this could be an absolute beast. And we're talking about being able to basically, once you've learned it, I know it's also got a USB thing on it, so I think you can save stuff in it. You'd maybe know a bit more, or maybe not actually. I don't know what alternate time means. Oh, I know what alternate time means. Each one has two options. At that time, or there's another. Everyone's got a second one. Which is still the same chords. So. So I mean, loads of fun to be had. I was saying what I'm doing here with the guitar effects button top right is every genre has no effect, green and red. So in alternative alt rock, it's the red is bit of a reverby, echoey, distortion. Off is clean, bypass, and then green is something else. I mean, if I go to some, I've not tried R&B yet. Don't know what it's going to sound like. Yeah, so you're kind of like a wee bit boosty, and then the red one is just again a bit louder. What does it sound like? What does my song sound like in R&B? Yeah, that sounds alright. It doesn't seem to have disco, which is really what I'd be after, obviously. Well, you can forget that. jazz. Bit different. Different bass player. Different bass player. Not so keen on the sound of that one. Let me find another dodgy fret on this guitar. A bit. Something not right. Yeah, so a little bit, still a little bit work. When I was doing a demo of this guitar yesterday, which I've not actually put out yet, I noticed there was a dead fret up here. So I'll just add another one. There's something wrong. A wee bit buzzy around a bit there. Kind of all there. Maybe it's just when I'm playing clean, but I really want that fuzz pedal in front of this thing. Yeah, so that was my tip. I'll probably just sell it. Got the box and stuff for it. I bought it thinking it was going to be more like my drummer thing, but the thing is, it's like that having the automatic bass player is dead handy for someone who doesn't play the bass. From my point of view, I've got my loop pedal, I've got my wee drum pedal, and I've got a bass on the wall, so I can. Obviously, I can't do this as a live thing. I think if you were pretty clever with this thing, you could do pub gigs on your own sort of thing, playing all original material, and once you learn, you'd just be a case of remembering which one was which, which style you liked. It's like, I'll go for, pop, sound 7. That's the bass track for my first song or whatever, and just have to remember that. So I've just not spent enough time. It's also got an output for the mixer and the amp. I would think maybe the mixer takes. I think maybe it just puts the drums and the bass through if you've got something plugged in there. And let's try it. What happens if I plug instead of going into the amp output, it's just the mixer. I've got a feeling it's just going to be exactly the same. Yeah, okay. It doesn't make any difference when you get both things plugged in. I do have a feeling that it's probably just more of a full range signal rather than being optimised for going to a guitar amp. But a fun pedal, and if you want to try and not have a band or try and sack the band, this one will always turn up. And it won't get drunk either, and it won't act like a knob. It'll do exactly what you tell it to for as long as you tell it to, and it won't speed up. You've got a dial. If it speeds up, you can just turn the tempo down. That'd be handy on a real drummer. Yeah, fun. So no idea what I'm going to do with it. I'll maybe trade it for something. If anyone's thinking, really need that. There is, as someone mentioned on I think one of the live streams was talking about the Trio Plus. The Trio Plus has a built-in loop pedal as well, which I was running it in conjunction with a loop pedal. You can do it, but then there's a little element of trying to sync the two things together, which takes a little bit of skill. Having the loop built in would be much better, because as you notice there, as soon as I stopped doing, I was playing the rhythm guitar into it to learn it, what it's playing. So right now we're on learn mode. In fact, I don't think anything happens till I play a button. See, it doesn't record the guitar part, but it plays the bass line that goes along with the guitar part. Good for soloing. I can't remember what it was I just played into it. So, loads of fun. I don't know, trade it for something, or somebody wants to buy it. I've not really decided. I'm going to put some stuff up for sale at the end of the month. I think this is now the time to buy stuff. In a couple of weeks' time is the time to sell stuff. I used to be much more cleverer at doing that. I used to have like towards the end of the month I would buy cheap broken guitars, and then at the start of the month that would give me like a week or two to convert them into Bucky casters, and then I could sell them on at the start of the month whenever I made money. It runs in cycles depending on who's got money, and it does make a big difference when you sell things, especially I think on eBay as well. If you want to time your item on eBay to end a couple of days after payday, it means people are going to be skint, going, "Oh, I've got no money. Can't wait till I get paid on Friday." And then, but they can look up guitars and go, "Oh, when's that end on Saturday? All right, so I will have been paid." So therefore, they can bid on it and get interested and get excited about it and stuff like that. Rock on. Catch you later.